What's up, everybody? Ebert42 here, back with some more Madden 16 MUT coin making tips, hitting you up with my week 24 Eberts investment binder. Hopefully you guys are already all following me on Twitter. I made a tweet on Friday last week when all of these Schefter Stars sets opened up. I told you guys to go invest in these multiple times over the last month and a half. I told you that these were all going to open up again, and if you could go pick any of these up for, 1K or 2K, that you would end up being able to flip these and making some profits off of them. So hopefully you guys saw my tweet, got out there, and sold these items. I didn't talk about these in my quick flip tips video, but this is another area that you could keep an eye on for some flips. We see this left end. Wow, these cards really jumped in price. Server working, gotta love that. The Shaziers were going for quite a bit. The Zadarius Smiths, some of the cornerbacks. You guys go hit up Muthead. You can see which players would be the best for you to kind of look at flipping. But hopefully you guys made some coins off of those previous investment tips. Madden Guru 0392, welcome. We just finished the quick flip tips. We're getting into the investment binder. I'll be covering some market analysis stuff after this. So we got the positional hero sets. I've been talking to you guys a lot about making some potential investments before these came out. We were unsure of what these sets were going to look like, but what we ended up getting was a mix. We got some wildcard items as well as some specific items. A lot of these elites were really cheap, and they've gone up in price since this set has come out. I've had a lot of people in the Twitch chat asking me, do you think these are good investments? I do think that it's good to invest in some of the rarer base elite and RTTP elite cards. So by that, I mean like the Richard Sherman last year. The Richard Sherman base cornerback card before the positional hero cornerback set came out was like 30K, and it jumped up to like 150K. So I could see that same thing happening with some of these guys. If we go look at this Houston, I believe he's jumped, I want to say he's jumped a ton in price since this started. I'm pretty sure the day this came out, I saw one of these guys posted for like 10 or 20K. So a lot of people have that idea. A lot of people are buying into these. We're pushing some prices up on some of these specific items. And if you can go buy, base elite cornerbacks, wide receivers, quarterbacks, stuff like that, I do think it would be a good idea. Now, I want to retract one of those. I said quarterbacks. Don't buy quarterbacks. Quarterbacks tend to be cheaper cards in the game. Especially since we have like the Vic out and the new Mariota, some really mobile guys. I don't think quarterbacks would be a good investment. But middle linebacker, cornerbacks, defensive ends, some guys where you could see some really big names coming out. Free safety. I think we're gonna get a Honey Badger free safety. That'll be a really popular card. So I could see maybe investing in some base elites in those as well. But yeah, I do think that these are good places to invest. A lot of people were investing in the rare gold cards that went into the original captain sets. That turned out to be quite the fail. So I didn't tell you guys to specifically go out and target those cards, but I did tell you to go buy some gold cards for cheap in preparation for these sets. So you can still flip some of these cards. I don't think the prices on a lot of these have gone up a lot. I could be wrong. I haven't checked it, to be honest with you guys. But especially these RTTP cards, these are pretty rare, and a lot of people have been putting these cards into sets, so I could see a lot of these going up and being good investments, especially the elite ones. So for the guys on Twitch that were asking about that, yes, I would definitely say that these guys, if you can get in and you can buy some of these guys for cheap, yeah, thought about pulling the trigger on that one, but now you can't think. You got to just do it in the game. You got to just do it. Collins looks like he's going for about 11. 10K seems pretty good. So if you can buy some cheap base elites for like around 5K or less in preparation for some of these new sets coming out, I highly recommend that. Might spend a little bit more picking up some base elites that are in like the 90, like these Houstons, the higher base elite guys that aren't quite as commonly circulating around the market. have one more investment binder tip for you guys this week. It's a short week on investments. Apologies for that, but I do think it will be a good week. So the few tips that I have in my investment binder this week, I think they're really good tips, much better than a lot of previous weeks that we've had. So I touched on this a little bit in the quick flip tips, but I think these UL badges are a great place to have gotten into last weekend. I don't recommend investing at this 43K price range, but if you are able to pick some of these up cheaper, like for 30K, I'd recommend holding on to them. If the regular Legends badges hold at about 15K, then these should be at about 45K, but I think those Legends badges are going to move up a little bit to around 20. We could see these UL badges spike about 50 or 60K, depending on when the next Legends bundle comes out. So, yeah, so Hamza MUT says there's only one RTTP quarterback, so if his price goes up even 3 to 5K, it's profit. And it's the Bridgewater, so yeah. Nice. 34 Calvin Priors. That's awesome. That's awesome. So UL badges at 30K or less are a great investment right now because I think that they're going to go up a lot before the next bundle comes out. So I'm looking at holding on to these. I'm expecting the next Legends bundle to be not this upcoming weekend, but the one after. They were doing every other week for the longest time. I expect them to go back to that now. So we'll want to buy these now and look at dumping them next week on like Thursday, right before the bundle comes out, is when their price will be the highest. So if you guys did buy Legends badges, because I had said that in my previous video, I apologize. I didn't foresee these Ultimate Legends badges coming out. I do think that you'll be able to at least get your coins back on the Legends badges. Hopefully, if you went in on these, you didn't go in for anything over like 20K, really. Maybe 25. I did tell you guys 25 was where I was looking for these to drop down to. I expected these to go into the Ultimate Legend sets as well, so they kind of flipped the script on me there a little bit, but I think that's fine. We have some people saying that the Ultimate Legends badges are going to go up to like 75K and the Legends badges are going to stay at 25K, but I think in the long run, both of those numbers are going to come down a little bit, but I think in the short term, they will go up. So right now is a good time to buy. Get rid of them once the price goes up, and then look at them coming down over the rest of the summer. Yeah, we got a guy in chat talking about how RTTP Julius Peppers was going for 40 to 70K before the set dropped. That's kind of the gamble that you have to play with investing, and that's why I've talked to you guys in the past about don't sell your whole team, make a bunch of coins, and then invest them all into something. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because if your investment goes wrong and EA can do things to make investments go wrong, then you're just out of all that. I like to diversify my investments, not go too deep into any single one of them. Sometimes you regret it. I bought some elite badges before RTTP dropped, but I didn't buy 1,000 of them. I was kicking myself for not buying 1,000 of them, but that's where if you would have bought 1,000 Julius Peppers and then he goes down a bunch because he's not in the set, you're going to strike out that way. So maybe buy like 10 or so of these guys that you're looking at investing in, and hopefully you hit on more of them than you miss on, and you make coins off of it in the long run. So with that, that's going to be my Eberts investment binder for week 24. Hope you guys got some value out of that. Let me know in the comments down below if you're watching on YouTube, if you made any coins off of that, how you worked my previous ones, how the Schefter Star things worked out for you, if you made a bunch of coins off those. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it, and smash that subscribe button to know when I'm coming out with new content. Everybody go follow me on Twitter at Ebert_42. I tweet whenever I'm going out with live with coin tips, head-to-head games, or some fire coin tips if they fall in between my videos as well. To the guys in Twitch, stick around. We still have the market analysis, and I'll be doing some sort of giveaway after that as well. And for the guys on YouTube, as always, big heart. Thanks for all the support, and we will catch you guys next time.